Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we're talking about some big news coming out of the LCS. This comes from LEC or LCS, whatever you want to call him, Wooloo. He says sources top laner Summit has reached a verbal agreement with Team Liquid and will return to the LCS. FlyQuest and Mad Lions are other teams that considered the top laner during the offseason. Now, obviously, Mad Lions ended up with Chassis, and FlyQuest ends up with Impact. So FlyQuest, they're still in a pretty good spot. I don't know how it's going to work out with Mad Lions and Chassis, but at the end of the day, I think Team Liquid is probably the best place for Summit to be. I think FlyQuest would have been really, really good as well, but Mad Lions would have been pretty surprising if he ended up there. It always seemed like Summit liked the LCS. It always seemed like he liked North America. It seemed like he really did want to stay, and he would have loved to stay with C9. It sounded like for a little bit he even wanted to go to TSM, but that didn't work out. It seems like he wanted to be here. He had tried to come to North America before even a stint at Cloud9. So hey, this is where he wants to be. This is where he's happy. He obviously won the MVP in the spring split before getting kicked, so this is a really, really big pickup for Team Liquid. Yes, Summit did not look great towards the end of the spring split regular season. He looked really, really terrible in the playoffs. But again, he was a beast in the regular season. He went to the LPL this past split and was probably even better than when he played in the LCS, especially if you factor in the level of competition he was playing against. So I think he's going to come back to the LCS and be just an absolute monster. Now, he's going to have some strong competition here. Obviously, Fudge is a really, really strong top laner. We have Impact. We have Someday. Who knows who the heck else is even going to be the different options of people he's going to be playing up against. But this is a big pickup for TL, and this could, end up to bite C9 in the ass a little bit too. Summit absolutely could come in and just stomp all over Fudge, and I kind of expect that to happen almost. But this Team Liquid lineup is looking very, very interesting all of a sudden. Again, I think the rumors are that they have Marin as their coach, which is kind of random, but Marin as the coach, and then Summit. We don't know who the jungler is going to be just yet. It doesn't really seem like anyone knows. And then they have Harry in the mid lane with Jan and Core JJ. So a lot of young talent, a lot of youth, a lot of inexperience, but then also some big name players, obviously like Summit, Core JJ, and whoever this Korean import jungler is going to be. Summit tweeted out also. So people are saying, hey, maybe is going to be the next jungler. Maybe it's going to be somebody else. Who the heck knows? But either way, I think just getting Summit in and of itself is a very, very big pickup for Team Liquid. I do expect him to come back to the LCS and play well because he wants to be here, and because I just think he's a very, very strong player, and I think we've already seen a lot of that in the LCS. This also does just kind of mean bad news for Bwipo. It's seeming more and more like he is going to end up teamless. He didn't say he wanted to retire. He was saying he hoped he would stay with TL, and he wants to stay and play. It sounds like he wants to even stay in North America, but, the more and more rosters we hear, the less and less we're hearing about Bwipo and the opportunities for him, which I do think is a shame. I don't think he was all that great in 2022, but I don't think he was disgustingly terrible either. I think he's a fun personality. I think he's a strong player. I think he's a top 10 top laner in either the LCS or LEC. But we'll have to see what ends up happening with him. He might have a starting spot on Team McDonald's at the end of the day. But yeah, pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one. Peace.